What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. As we knock the rust and the cobwebs off the YouTube channel and start getting back into the groove of things, we're going to have fun with it anyway, right? I think the authentic part of this, no edit, I don't know how to edit or cut or anything, so sometimes the authentic part of it is the best way, right? That way you know I can't fake anything. Today, in this quick video, I'm going to go over the prep, part of the prep wash. The great thing I want to touch on with the rinseless wash is I can literally do half a hood, right? To do a video, I could go back here and work on a quarter panel to show you something. I can kind of move around in this shop without having to move the car. And we're gonna go over pressure washers and all that stuff. I have several pressure washers, big pressure washers, but I only use the tools if I need it, right? If I need a 9/16 wrench, I'm not gonna go get a sledgehammer and a pick, right? So that's what we do. We use the right tools. With American Detailer Garage, it has to be logic. It's just common sense, right? But these are things, less is more. I'm gonna tell you guys that 95% of the detail is technique, right? The industry doesn't teach that. They wanna sell you stuff. But I'm telling you, 95% of what you're gonna do, whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, is gonna be right here and right here. And I'll talk more about that too, but practicing, when I first started in this doing paint correction, I would go to body shops on the weekends, volunteer time. You couldn't run me off. I was everywhere. I wanted to learn, and that's how I honed it. There was no internet. So we're going to go over some of that stuff too. So the prep, what I mean by the prep is typically we would do wheel wells. If you're going to do a pressure washer approach, you would obviously go ahead and tackle the wheels, wheel wells, all that. I'm going to go over this for the sake of windshield, and I've already done the front of the car. I can't put bugs back on it. So I'm going to try to highlight several things and still keep this video manageable. As we learn how to do longer videos, shorter videos, we'll get there. But today, again, all right, let's just pretend that windshield has bugs all over it. I've already cleaned them. When the car comes in and I'm going to take the bugs off the front in my prep, take that off. I'm going to go to the windshield, remove that. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and hit the wiper blades, okay, the rubber. If you'll notice on the microfiber towel, when you run over that with alcohol or solvent, there'll be a black residue behind. A lot of that's just the gunk and the funk. If you wanted to, you could come back with Shield, water-based dressing, put on there and extend the life of the blades. That's another video for another day. So with all those bugs that you see, clearly you can obviously see those bugs. One thing you will learn as we go through these videos, American Detailer Garage F-Bomb, it's been all over the world, arguably the best cleaner on the planet. My wife is sneezing, you okay? We're good, okay. Arguably the best cleaner on the planet. What I want to tell you is our 10-to-1, when I'm talking about F-Bomb 9 times out of 10, I'm going to refer to the 10-to-1 ratio, because our 10-to-1 is most people's 4-to-1, right? So we're twice as concentrated. We don't sell water. All right, all these bugs on here that you clearly can see, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and spray my F-Bomb on there. It's an amazing bug cleaner. F-Bomb will clean tires, wheels, bugs, stains. We'll go over all that stuff. So in most everything that I'm going to show you through these videos, we will stock that in the store. If we don't have it, we're gonna have it in the store and on the website. So one of the things I like is this bug flip right there, right? So what I'll do is I'll come in here with my bug towel and clean it just like this. You can do this in direct sunlight as well. All right, so I'm coming in here. I'm gonna get the cowl. I've already gotten this, but we're just pretending. This is what I'm gonna do, the wiper arms, the blades. So one of the tips that I wanna show you, if you're working in a confined spot, let's just say the car is done and you come back and there's bug guts right over there and you want to re-spray again. I see a lot of people making this mistake. When they go for a bottle and the spray trigger, it's a full pull every time, right? So sometimes all you need is a little bit of a pull, just to shoot it right in there without all the overspray. So again, remember I told you, not necessarily a tool, but a technique is what is gonna make you a better detailer. And then obviously the knowledge and the know-how, right? And just practicing this, the more you do it, the easier it gets you. Remember, you grab this, just a small spray. You don't need a full pull every single time. And notice, most of the time, I won't transfer water onto the surface. So let's just say for the sake of the video, right now I've removed the bug guts, everything's on the glass, all right? And it's nasty, it's dirty. You can do one of two things. One of two things. This is where the professional versus the enthusiast comes in. You will, at some point in your career as a professional detailer, find yourself behind the clock. Whether somebody called or this happened, you're behind on time. I'm gonna show you little things that you can do to cut that time down. Now, the internet was gonna go crazy, but the internet hasn't done this except for their own little shop. They've never worked in other sectors. This is how detailing is done outside the bubble of the internet. So bug residue, cleaner, everything. At this point, I can come over here and take a drying towel and just go straight to drying. It's not going to affect the end result at all. The internet might scream and cry and throw a fit, and that's okay. That'd be all right. Okay, you can do that, or you can take and go over it with wipe out your rinseless wash and just wipe all that residue off, and then you don't have to worry about having gunk on your drying towel. It's completely up to you. An enthusiast or somebody just taking their time doing their car, you might go the extra step and take the rinseless wash and wash the residual all-purpose cleaner off of there and the bug residue, all right? If you're a professional detailer and you're looking to shave time on your detail, I will show you how to save time without compromising the quality of the job. Cool, so that's that. And then obviously we would come down and dry the wiper blade. Here is a professional detailer's tip that I'm gonna show you that you're probably not gonna see anywhere else, okay? And this is because, well, most people don't know. If you come over here with the camera, you're gonna see I've got these dried water spots. All right, water spots. People freak out when it comes to water spots, folks. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. Here's what I do. Here's what I've always done. I'm going to keep a bottle of wheel acid around. All right, this is something we're going to talk about in other videos as well. I keep a bottle of wheel acid. I got 5 gallons of acid over there. I dilute my acid about 10 to 1 or 20 to 1 or somewhere in there, right? It's not an exact science, but somewhere between 10 to 1, 20 to 1. Billy, where should I dilute mine at? You should dilute yours as weak as possible. 20 to 1, 30 to 1, and then make it stronger as you get more comfortable with what you're doing. Another thing, somebody's gonna scream that, hey, you ain't got no gloves on, Billy. I've been doing this for 30 years. I don't like latex gloves. I have them over there. Sometimes I'll put them on, just like some mechanics don't like having gloves on when they're working. I don't like having gloves on. Okay, so there's the water spots, 10 to 1. I'm gonna dab a little bit of wheel acid in my microfiber. The reason this works, we have to understand the science of what's going on here. Anytime you have a mineral deposit on the paint, on the glass, it's going to be on the acidic side of the pH scale, not the alkaline. So if you were to spray a degreaser on there, it's not going to do anything. So you need to use something that's going to be on the acidic side. Notice there's no damage. Just wipe it right in. You can also use this, they're not going to tell you this either. You can also use this particularly on the driver's side floor mats in the worst case scenario. Why? Because what you're tracking in with your shoes, your boots, is mineral-based deposit, dirt, things like that. So if you ever get a stain, you can't get it out, you might be working on the wrong side of the pH scale. pH scale is gonna be something that we will go over at some point. Okay, now there's no way to shortcut this. I'm not gonna lie to you. You wanna come back. This is, again, the importance of changing the technique from soap and water to rinseless wash, particularly American Detailer Garage, because we designed it this way. And it actually does what the label says it does. Okay, so I'm going to neutralize this. I'm just gonna wipe away the residuals. You could take that all the way up on the windshield, but what I want you to do when you're new to this is work a very small spot, right? But until you build your confidence up. Once your confidence gets there, it's gonna go a whole lot faster. There's a lot of information on the internet. There's some useful information on there. There is a lot of information that's useless or just wrong. The one thing that I'll say, and I'll repeat this as much as I have to, just because I want you to know where you're getting the information from and the source. My detailing career has spanned 30 years, and I've done everything from the body shop, the auction houses, dealership. I've done pretty much everything in the automotive sector. I've worked in production shops. We do 80 cars a week. So, right, I have the internet. As the dawn of the internet came, it's allowed me to hone some of the things that I already knew, but I have found at the 30-year point, I spent a whole lot of years doing things when I was right. The old school way was the right way the whole time. I just want to save you a ton of money and a ton of time and frustration by just showing you simple ways using products you already have or you should already have to achieve these results. So that is a quick water spot tip. If I had to guess, I don't know, a gallon of degreaser or a gallon of wheel acid, you can get that from your local Auto Magic, Car Bright. These trucks go around. Pro sometimes, Malco might have that, but you just need a good wheel cleaner from one of those companies, and then you dilute it down. You're gonna be, I'm guessing, $15, $20 in a gallon. By the time you dilute that down, you're almost, maybe $2 in a full 32-ounce bottle of diluted acid, maybe. We're talking about change, we're not talking about dollars. All right, so, and there are other specialty products on the market that will do this too. So if you are afraid that you're going to damage something, obviously go with a safer alternative. Most of the stuff you see on the internet iron decon and stuff like that is made, it's pretty much idiot proof where you can't mess it up, okay? But and again, if you're a hobbyist, maybe you want to go that route. For somebody like us in these big shops, iron decon is expensive, right? It's expensive to buy. So wheel acid, again, is something you should have. It's very effective, it's proven, and it will get the job done. So that is pretty much going to sum up this video. I'm going to do a video after this and just kind of do a walk through right face to face with you to kind of just go over some things and help you understand. There's so many things to go over. I don't want anybody to be confused. And again, we're going to cover all topics. This will be an ongoing training until I daggone stop breathing, I fall over dead, or just run out of things to talk about. It's going to be a very long time. So I appreciate you guys very much for checking out this video. Until the next time, stay in the fight. We'll talk soon.